Good evening, everyone. We're going to call to order the October Park and Tree Board agenda. We've changed our meetings to the first Thursday instead of the first Tuesday of the month. Minutes. Did everyone have a chance to read the minutes that Jana sent?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to approve the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Opposed? All right. That's the minutes. Treasurer's report.
Well, there's been quite a few things that have gone on this last month, or since the last time we had a report. Remember that we have funds, which is basically like an account with money in it that rolls over into the new year. And then we also have appropriations, which is money from the general budget or from one of these funds that can be spent in the year. So looking at the three funds that we are concerned with, the first one is basically the one we've had for a long time, Parks and Recreation. It went down slightly to $22,000, and it went down slightly because of small expenses having to do with the Kid Fest. So not much there.
Okay.
The second fund that we concern ourselves with is the Community Center Park and Playground and Shelter Fund. This is where all of the donations have gone into that we have raised in the last 3 years for the inclusive playground. And it has gone up quite a bit, and first of all, $100,000 from the Community Foundation, their pledge. The check was actually deposited, so that's showing in the fund right now. Secondly, the Gene Parks Fund at the Community Foundation that we get every year, $5,000 came in from that, the Gene Parks Fund at Community Foundation. That was deposited into the Park, Playground, and Shelter Fund. And then thirdly, we got another donation from First Farmers Bank for another $2,000. So that fund now that we are using as our match to the grant that we received is now at $223,138.22. 223,138.22. Which is absolutely wonderful.
What did you say? 1, 2, 3.
138.
What?
I'm sorry, I'll say it again.
Okay.
223.
Okay.
138.22.
Okay.
And kind of moving ahead, but we also still have a pledge that's out there that we should now ask for. It's $1,000 from Functional Devices. And it was so long ago I've forgotten who worked that pledge.
Davis. Oh, did you go?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
it might be good to contact them and say, we did get the grant, we are collecting the money, and you can now actually pledge because it is coming
Okay.
into being. The third, any questions about these two funds? These are the ones we really concerned about. Okay. The third one is the Community Center Fund. There's been a lot of transactions in there. It has now a balance of around 71,000 plus. A lot of things go in and out of that. That's where all the rental money comes in, but that's also where all of the expenses go out of. So it does have a nice balance, but just remember, we are going to have to be doing some things. The town will have to be doing some things, such as buying new tables, because there were 2 of them that were broken that we found today when we were doing setup and such. So there is capital outlay, CapEx, that will be incurring. So those are the 3 funds. Then there are the appropriated accounts. The general Parks and Trails appropriated account has had very little spent out of it and still has a $9,900 balance. And this is again general for Parks and Trails, $9,900 left. On the other hand, the general for tree maintenance now has a balance of 0. And we use that for tree trimming, but also we use it for purchasing of trees. But we, as a town, spent a lot for trimming back trees for the buses for the start of the school year. And so that basically just depleted the entire account, so, and it was budgeted for 5,000 and the balance is 0. We still have a little tree planting donation monies, in one of those, that first fund I talked about. So we can still buy some trees, but, as far as the general appropriation, you know, we're done. So the community foundation is at revenue over expenditure around $3,400 this year, which is good. We still have some money available in both of the appropriations from a couple of the funds, so that's also good. So in addition to the functional devices pledge that I wanted to mention, the last thing is the library, the Rushville Library asked for and did receive an appropriation there for a reading walk or a book walk to place around our inclusive playground. That was a total of $5,083.16. $5,083.16. That we can count as in kind. And that was not in anything that we had looked at before because it came in so late.
Oh, so, but it's too late to use that.
It's too late to use it as the match unless something else happens and
Falls through and then we could use it.
some other
Replace
type of
it.
in-kind falls through, we can use this.
Okay.
You know, that 325,000, that is the limit, period. But if some other in-kind falls through, or if someone doesn't fulfill a monetary pledge, you know, we can use this instead.
Okay.
Even
So-
if we don't use it as a match, can we still, oh, cause it was in kind, okay.
Yeah,
So we're not
we-
gonna get matched for it, but, okay.
But no matter what, we're getting a reading walk,
Okay.
which is wonderful.
It is.
You said, what was that, the cost on that?
Oh, the total was $5,083.16.
Okay.
So it's something that I have to keep reminding myself personally that I am blessed. You know, we are blessed as well. I mean,
Right.
Yes.
that's it.
Okay. Any questions on the treasurer's report? Okay. All right, old business. Town park. Jeremy, did you have any luck about the bike rack?
No, I haven't been able to reach him.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else have any town park concerns, questions? Anything? No? Okay. Community center park. The iron wheel sculpture benches needed to be stained, and I'd put it off all summer. And Reba and I did go stain the benches and pull some weeds, and they look very nice. I think the color is kind of a dark brown color, but it looks very nice with the bench brick, and I think it looks good.
Does look
Thanks
good.
to Reba,
It
really.
does look good.
Thank you.
I just did whatever Reba told me. Okay, playground project. The DNR grant agreement is being prepared and will be signed by the town council president, Roger Waddell. So that is, we're waiting for the DNR, and Erica's going on vacation, so it'll probably be a week when she gets back, but it is being prepared.
Okay.
Any questions on that? Okay. We received, I was approached by Game Time Playground Company, and they wanted to give us a proposal, and they gave us one, and it didn't have a couple of things that we had specifically requested, so they did another one, which just came in hot off the presses late this afternoon. And you have a copy down there, and the budget,
This one?
That's Play Pros, I think.
it's,
Oh, the one. Oh, sorry. Yes,
it's
that's it.
just,
I'm sorry.
something we can take a look at. Let me see this hat.
I got him.
Okay. Oh, okay, thank you. And see what you think about it. The first one, they had a lot of empty spaces, and for some reason was about the same price, and now it seems to be full, and so I'm not quite sure. Haven't had a chance to look at it, but we can take a look at that and talk about that later. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about that?
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
One, since we had to submit we had to re-get quotes and everything and submit it to the DNR, can we make changes?
I'm sure we can, because, for one thing, we had to take out the zip line, and, we had to do certain things, and they submitted our original. So, we're gonna make changes at any rate, because we needed to do that, to put the poles up and that type of thing. Also, some of the equipment,
We took out the
it
zip
may
line?
not be available still, and I'm not sure if the prices are the
Took it
same.
out?
So we might have to readjust
When did we do that?
for the prices and the
We
equipment.
had to cut down.
That answer your question, Erica?
Supported light poles.
Oh, yes. Also, have we talked to him about, like, getting another quote and see if he wants to try to match or something? Cause,
Oh, yeah, this is just one quote. This isn't, I'm
Okay.
not saying this is
'cause,
something we're
he's
going
been
with.
working with us for so long on this
Absolutely.
playground.
And actually, I did talk to Nick Branyan, and he said he could meet with us through a team meeting, like virtually. And he is going to be, actually going to, like, playground certification next week, but he had Monday morning open at 10 a.m. So if anyone's available to do that, we could talk to him then through a virtual team meeting, and that would be this Monday. Here's the thing with that. We can't order any equipment until we sign this agreement with the DNR. But, having said that, November 1st is really the deadline, and to order the equipment. And Nick said that it is filling up fast. What has to happen in order for us to get this year's prices is they have to ship the equipment by December 31st. So, they have to have time to fulfill it and see if, what's available. Again, like I said, things might not be available, or the prices may change. And so, that's why we're kind of in that space that we have to have the agreement, but at least if we can meet with Nick virtually, now at least then we could maybe decide for sure what we want and get it ordered. So what we could do, if you can't come to the meeting, we could talk with Nick and get an exact plan and send it to everyone and see if everyone likes that plan. Does anyone have any suggestions?
Other than the zip line was cut out, was there anything else that was cut?
I think we had cut out originally a couple of benches for adults to sit. And then we also had a concern about shade structures. And I think a shade structure was also taken out.
We still had one or two in there, I think, though.
Mhm.
But getting back to the game time, I don't see a shade structure in it. Was there?
We had talked about shade structures. Honestly, Rick, I just got this right
Okay.
before I came, so I really haven't had time to
That
look
zip
at
line
it.
was like one of the favorites amongst the kids.
Right.
So I do think that
And what was the reason for removing the zip line?
we had to cut costs, and so that was the reason.
Okay.
But now we know the cost of the light poles, and so maybe we can put some things back in, that we had to take out, so. that's why we can't go with the original. It's a little bit complicated about what we've done.
Well, prices have gone up, and then the putting in the electrical and the lighting was not something we originally had.
Yes, we did not have that in there, and we need the lighting to light up the park for security, and we need the poles, the cameras, the lights to light up the playground for security reasons. Not just the playground, also the restroom and shelter area. Okay, any other questions? Okay. While we're talking about this, Jan and I today, on the spur of the moment, went to look at a piece of equipment that PlayPro had installed, and they had installed it at two places. One was Buena Vista, and we couldn't have just gotten in there just to go there. But the other one was at Summers Park at Jefferson and Delphus. And so we went there today to look at it. It was the small sprig, the 2 to 5 year old. It's kind of better, I think, to see in person, because what we did discover too is a couple other pieces of equipment that we're looking at. They're like things you go into, kind of like merry-go-rounds, but they're kind of a pole in the middle and then some rope going down to the sides. There was a big one, and it was so attractive, and it looked like it would be so awesome. And then I tried to turn it, and I couldn't hardly turn it myself. And there was some people there. They had a little boy, and they also said the kids don't play on it because you can't get it to turn. And so I think they had a small one, which wasn't as substantial.
Which we have in here,
Yes,
this thing right here.
but it was where they play, because you can turn it it turns very easily. And also, if you're inside of it, you can turn it by turning like yourself around the pole in the middle. So it was smaller, and I'm sure more inexpensive, but it worked,
Yeah.
Where the other one, I would have chosen the other one,
Play.
but
Starts not play.
not after going to see it in person.
Is that what it was?
I also asked Nick for a list of places that would have the playground equipment that we had picked out.
Oh, that'd be good.
And so he sent me that list this afternoon, and I can send that to you. The closest one for the large, what's it called? Treetop?
Treetops, yeah.
That main piece. The closest one is, I think there's one in Marion, either Marion or Anderson, and there's about 3 of them in Indianapolis, various places in Indianapolis. Those are the closest places for that.
I'm going to
And
Terre Haute tomorrow, so
I'll send you that list.
I'll stop by maybe.
And so some of the other places, one piece Western has, but like I said, I'll send you the list. But I think it's good for us to go see them in person, if at all possible, because I was surprised. I was also, I guess, a little disappointed in the sprig, the smaller 2 to 5 year old versions of the treetop. There wasn't much there.
And they do have it at Summers Park.
They do.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a
And-
whirly spinner.
That park is kind of neat because it is the
that what it's called?
only
Whirly spinner?
township park in the county.
Oh, that's a township park?
That's a township park.
Oh, paid for by township funds?
Yep.
Yes,
they own
you're
it.
right,
Be
you're
seen
right.
and have them.
They
I
had
don't
someone
Yeah,
weed eating and mowing today when we were there.
I do
They
remember this is
also,
the
it
tunnel
was 2 separate areas,
with the roller slide
and I was
on one
wondering
side
why the 2
and the
separate
pull-up.
areas, because they were so disjointed. But the one area is just simply a fitness
Okay.
equipment for older kids or
Mhm.
adults. and it didn't have, wasn't playground equipment where the other one was, so that's, I'm sure why it was split like that.
Yes, it's called the Fit Core Extreme Obstacle Course.
Well, it did look pretty extreme for me. I didn't see anything on
Maybe
there
it's
I
a good way to
really
get
cared for.
parents and kids at
But
the same
it
time.
was also, I will say this, very difficult to get down to the playground equipment. There was a steep slope to go down and not really a good path,
Like this.
so maybe the township might do something about that.
This would be two,
Okay,
2 to 5.
This one?
communicate,
This
community
right here.
notification about federal funding and plans for building the shelter,
This is
restroom, and
this
playground.
big here. This is the
And
big
on
one.
Facebook.
Or treetops.
It was posted, the,
Which this
The
is ADA.
amounts that came in from the Community Foundation, that $100,000 grant, the big checks
And what is this?
was posted on, Reachable Chatter, and then us receiving the grant was
So that
posted
goes
as
back to
well.
12, that's
So, we could repost it if you guys think it's necessary.
Did you say the big check was posted?
Yeah.
Where was that at? I never saw it.
Jana,
I think it'd be
Yes,
easier.
you posted
I
a
was
picture of the
looking.
big check on
Yes.
Reachable Chatter, didn't
Yes.
you?
Virtual chatter
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I see.
When was that?
day after we,
Yeah, I think it was, I
Oh,
would say it was really
okay,
quickly
okay.
afterwards.
Well, the Community Foundation had said something about they were gonna post something, but they were gonna wait a little while.
this is October, they were gonna make this Rushville, or November was, October was Carroll County.
Okay,
And the
November.
following
Okay.
month, they were, yeah, spotlighting Howard County.
so Community Foundation is gonna do something in November?
Was it November? Or was it they spotlighting Carroll County in September and October was
Okay,
Howard
that's what I
County?
thought, yeah,
Okay, so
Spotlighting
October or
Howard County in
November.
October.
right.
Well, Clinton's in
think-
there too, so,
This is the big thing, we saw
Okay,
that.
whatever.
And it was hard to.
All right, so we will see what they have put out too. Okay, Eagle Scout project. Do you think we should give this young Eagle Scout to be a list of possible projects, or just wait until we come up with something more in the spring, or?
I had sent that out to people. Was there other things you wanted to add to that possible list?
I know that I don't remember how it came about, but people had posted on the community pages and stuff. I don't know if they'd heard about it from a post we made or from watching the meetings or whatever, but a few people had posted things about if there was something we could do around the creek area as far as for the fishing.
Oh,
I meant to
Oh,
screenshot
off the
that.
bri-
Oh, that's
by the
good.
bridge.
I meant to screenshot that, and I even meant to like put a post out there, like, you know, asking for ideas from the community and those people that had brought that up. So that's definitely something that we've never really looked at much, and I don't know why I never thought of it. My kid hangs out there all day fishing, so
Is that bridge over there on Marshall Street, is that what you're talking about? Is that's not owned by anyone, that property along that bridge? Who's it owned by, Pat? Somebody, privately? Oh, well, then,
Well, the bridge is right of way,
I'll find it for you. The bridge belongs to the county.
yeah,
both of them.
that would be nice.
but if the land does on either side, we couldn't put anything there.
I wonder if it's 'cause Rogers is on that side. I wonder
I'll
if
pull it up. I got Beacon.
there you go.
Okay,
Now, the town owns the other bridge on 775. It doesn't own the bridge, but owns the property next to the bridge
Okay.
and part of that stream.
Okay.
is that fishable down there? You talking about that lower area that the town bought?
Kids do.
Yeah,
Turtles,
whether they're fishing or not, crawdads,
Yeah.
whatever. They're,
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
I always see
right.
empty bicycles at that bridge on Marshall Street, and the kids are somewhere down there.
It would be nice.
That's
to-
probably Jacob and his little group of buddies. Yeah.
Were there other ideas? Because I do remember some of those things, but
Not that I remember seeing. I remember thinking to go back and look and even like make a post asking people
Okay.
for their thoughts. But
I have a list of possible projects, and I didn't bring it with me tonight. But I can certainly add that to the list and then send it back out to you.
okay, we can look into something.
Thanks, Rick.
We've used it in the past for things like Well, bluebird houses and bat houses and,
Mm-hmm.
or-
I really apologize. I am on call for our crisis team. I have to go,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. All right, if anyone has any ideas for an Eagle Scout project, you can let me know. Or let Rick know and he can put it on the list.
The town owns west of the bridge on on 775. It's private owner on the rest of it.
on Marshall, yeah.
And there's very little right of way there. There's 25 feet, so not much at all.
The whole right of way is 25 feet? That's hardly more than the road bed.
Yep.
Okay. What we have done in the past
There's
as
the
far,
property owner, probably don't wanna make that.
Okay. Okay.
but the town owns on the other side, west of 775. In the past, we've also included ideas from the library and the Lions Club, and both of them have had Eagle projects in the past as well. So, I'll see if one of them has some ideas.
Okay. Okay, new business. We already talked about meeting with Nick Branyan. Are you able to be available Monday at 10 a.m.?
Yes,
Okay. Jeremy, no, Jan, are you available Monday at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you Pat if you want to be here? Okay. Alright. He's gonna give us an invitation, so I figure we can meet here and then,
could do it from anywhere then. Well, you want us as a group?
yeah,
Okay.
if possible. If not, that's fine, but I think it'd be better if we were a group. Okay. Alright, craft fair table.
This is something we've done for a number of years, is to have a table at the Rush to Roosevelt Craft Fair. We set it up today. It's in conjunction with the Lions Club. It's one of the end caps which the vendors don't really want because it's kind of shallow, but all we have is, we're not selling too much, so it's, we're selling Lions brooms, we're selling bricks, memorial bricks for the new playground, and we're giving out the leaf bags, because it's that time of year. And so I've taken 4 cases over there today that we can give out. And we've collected donations, and 2 years ago, when we didn't even plan on collecting donations, and I was explaining the new playground, the inclusive playground, and he took a $100 bill out and gave it to me and said, well, here, use this.
Oh, not very generous.
So, never know. Last year I wasn't here, and Reba staffed the table the entire 6 hours, I think, because she had a broken arm or so. I have said, they had to have someone, so I said I would staff the table. I'm not really interested in being there from 9 to 3 on Saturday, October 4th. Is there anyone else that would like to join me or spell me or something during that time?
I have to drive the golf cart.
And Reba is driving a golf cart this year, so,
I'll be out of town.
Yeah, I have obligations, I'm sorry.
okay. I will be probably on my phone for quite a bit of the time then, so I will have a lot of screen time that day, I think, between talking with people. Okay.
Okay. I do have some more flyers, if you want some more, our old ones.
Mhm.
I can give you some of those.
Okay, please.
Okay. The church pew bench at community center, you said is cracked.
Yeah, the boards are cracking, so if you sit down, the boards separate. And our fear is that if you have those boards separate, someone may end up getting pinched kind of badly. I understand it was something that we picked up. Do we know what church it came out of, or?
It was in West Middleton, right there on Alto.
I don't remember what denomination it was.
It was a white church.
Mhm.
Is there more than one church on Alto? Well, whichever one was
No.
on Alto that they closed,
Yeah.
and somebody else was going to do
Mhm.
something there, but I don't think they ever did.
So,
I don't remember what
So-
denomination it was.
Pat, I know that you use it for AMVets. Can you look at it and see whether or not it could be repaired, or, I'll tell you, it is a beast to move.
It is very heavy.
Mhm.
I'm not a woodworker, but Junior O'Neill would probably be the one to know how to piece it back together.
It had a covering on it. We took all that off to get down to the,
Mhm.
to see what was underneath, and the
It
wood was
did.
pretty underneath.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been dried out, I'm sure. It's been dried
Yeah.
out.
So there's a question of whether we want to keep it at all, or if it can be repaired. I do know, though, you don't move it easily, and so when they want
You
to
don't.
move things out of that entryway,
Do they ever, I'm wondering if, when they rent it, if they don't want it there, if that's a problem, or if it's, do they want it? I mean,
Nobody's ever said anything.
yeah.
okay. I just notice when people go in, a lot of times, you know, when they're waiting for the ride to pull up or something, they set things
Yeah.
down there,
Mm-hmm.
or sit on it to wait, and they can look out the door, but, I don't know.
I've dabbled in upholstery. I could, if we wanted to put a cover on it. If
The
you
wood
think
would
it'd
have to
strong
be
enough. The wood,
Leveled and made firm first,
okay.
so that right now the planks are like
And put
separate.
a brace underneath,
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay.
I don't know if they could be glued together,
Probably have to have a brace, a plate,
I think
and
you need a
underneath
plate.
it.
a plate underneath
Yeah.
it.
So-
It's awfully long. It's big. So, well, could you ask Junior, Pat, or would you like us to? We know Reba.
Reba would probably talk to her brother and say,
Okay.
hey, can you fix this?
Yes, we'll have Reba do that.
Yes.
Or should it be just, I had one person volunteer a chainsaw today, and it's like, no, just,
Abe.
Well, you know what, it's not, I don't know whose decision that is to remove it or not. We didn't have any right to put it there in the first place, but we did. And, I don't know, that's probably a town council decision if they wanna remove it, not ours. Do you wanna bring it up at the town council meeting? It's not our decision. It was free, it didn't cost anything, but I don't know.
it may have served its purpose.
Maybe, what would we put there in place of it though, for people to be able to? I mean,
Well, you found two nice chairs there in the corner,
someone donated those, yes,
so that's nice.
I know, those are nice, but,
Or find one that's a little bit smaller and can be,
A bench or something.
yeah.
well, how often do we move it?
Certainly the Park and Tree, or the Rush to Rocheville moves it because they need more space for the people entering. And check in. I know that when Jan and I were there one time, they had moved it out so that we could put in chairs and tables there in front.
For the
Mhm.
craft fair?
When we sat in the front.
Yeah,
I doubt if any of the renters ever say boo about it. They walk into the main room.
so just once a year we move it?
Yes,
Okay,
and that has been me a couple times, so that's why
so that's why, okay. Well, we certainly don't want anyone to get hurt on it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can see if it can be fixed, and we can see at the town council wants it there or wants it removed?
Yeah, we'll put it on the agenda.
All right, thank you. All right, highway pickup October 11th.
This is a Lions Club project. They have adopted a highway between mile markers 70 and 72. Part of the requirement is to do 2 pickups a year, spring and fall. This is the fall pickup, obviously. It is October 11 at 9 o'clock, meeting at Jack Talbert's barn. And there's a few things to do ahead of time, including watching a safety video that's put out by INDOT, the Department of Transportation. INDOT supplies the bags, the pickup tools, and the vests. But obviously, if you have your own high-vis vest, you can wear it and such.
What is that area again, Rick?
70 to 72. If it's roughly from Jack Talbert's barn to the Red Top barn.
Okay. Okay.
So if there's anyone that would like to volunteer to help us, it's Lions sponsored. They did the Adopt a Highway, but it's more a community event. I know that last time Pat and Megan both were there as well. So this is more of an announcement.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any new business?
I do not.
Does anyone else have any business? No? Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I motion we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? To adjourning? All right, we are adjourned at 6:37.